This is why the sea creatures are beaching themselves. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachapadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a video on the article right here, showing you, man, this devil, the Edomites, they're not right. Because of the fact that they have control over the whole world means that not only are the people of the planet in mourning, but the animals are in mourning, the insects are in mourning, the birds of the air, the fowls, they're in mourning, the beasts of the earth are in mourning, and even the sea creatures are in mourning. Okay? Now, you didn't really hear about sea creatures beaching themselves upon the beach. And you have to ask yourself, what is in the oceans that is making these sea creatures beach themselves on your local beaches? And they're not just beaching themselves by because even when Gad or whatnot, when the so-called native Indians had control over this land, yeah, there were sea creatures who beached themselves, but it might have been like a so-called accident, right? Even though there's no such thing as an accident, but every once in a while, you might get like a whale or a dolphin who might beach themselves upon the beach. You might get a giant fish that might beach themselves. You might get, like whatever, like maybe stingrays, who would basically beach themselves. And of course, you'll get like a group of local so-called Indians who would, they'll go out of their ways to help to carry the whale or the dolphin or the sea creature back into the depths of the oceans so they can reunite with their family or whatnot. But in this day and age, these sea creatures are not beaching themselves because they want to get a little bit of sunlight. No, they're beaching themselves because there is something in the oceans that is toxic to their bodies, that's going into their bodies and affecting their brains, affecting the inside of their bodies. Which is why, we always tell you, it's not good to eat, many seafoods, because a lot of these seafoods, they contain garbage from landfills. Like, yeah, like the city dump where all the garbage trucks go to dump all the trash at. Those places are called landfills. And literally, there is literally islands worth of trash. And a matter of fact, a lot of these landfills, when they get too full, you know what they do with all that garbage in these landfills? When these landfills get too full, you want me to tell you what they do with all this garbage? Well, I'll tell you what they do. They take hills upon hills of garbage, they put them on these ships, and then they set sail far out into the oceans, right? And then what they'll do is they'll take all that trash that's on the ship and they'll literally dump it way out into the middle of the ocean. They'll dump it out in the middle of the ocean. So all that plastic, all those aluminum, all them rusty cans, you got baby shitty baby diapers in the garbage over there. You got cat poop, dog shit in the trash cans. In the trash. You know, you got snot, you got gout, you got gunk. You know, rubber, just all kinds of harmful toxins being dumped into the oceans. And the fishes down there, the sea creatures that are down there, they're inhaling this shit, and it's going into their bodies. And then they'll go out right into that same ocean where they're dumping all this trash at, right? They'll go right out into that same ocean, and what they'll do is that they'll capture the fish, they'll chop it up, they'll say, oh no, it's clean, it's fine, and then they'll sell them on your markets. So it's not good to eat so many seafoods. But let's not get off topic here. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Okay? Chapter 29. I'll just go ahead and start it there. Okay. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So this further proves that the righteous are not in rulership. Okay, these people in the land of Israel calling themselves Jewish, they're not Jewish. Their line goes back to Amalek. Amalek is a descendant of Esau. So that proves that the people who have control over the land of Israel today, they're not the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. Okay, their line go back to Esau. They're really Edomites. Anybody who is a descendant of Esau is an Edomite. So it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, and that's who's in rulership right now. Okay, the Edomites are in rulership. They have control over the planet Earth today. Okay, and that's starting with the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation, the people. Okay, so it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So the wicked is in rulership, and it's not just the people that are mourning. The insects are mourning. You got bees dying at alarming rates, mosquitoes dying at alarming rates. Okay, when I was a child, I used to see dragonflies all the time. I don't even see dragonflies anymore. Or if I do, it's on a rare occasion. Okay, if I do, it's on a super rare occasion. You know, you got frogs. You know, they don't spray chemicals in the air that don't turn frogs into homos. You know, they're over here mixing genes with animals. And nobody is questioning why, you know, like, you know, so, you know, they're literally mixed breeding animals. Let me see. Just a moment. Revelation. Chapter 16, verse 3. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 3. And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man. And every living sea and the soul died. You see that? So the ocean, you know, the oceans became as the blood of a dead man. So as you can see, you know, these sea creatures, their habitation is uninhabitable because of all these toxins. You know, you got the Fukushima radiation. You know, you had that so-called accident or, you know, incident. You had, you know, you got all kinds of nuclear waste being dumped into these different streams and oceans and rivers. So these devils got to go. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.